Okay, this video is about a fairly advanced topic, dynamically adding controls. I'll just show you what this form looks like first. A blank form with nothing on it. Let's see what happens when we run this code. Oh, it goes off the window, but there we go. What's this? It's got a button on it. That doesn't appear here. Okay, let's click on it. It's got a message as well, so it's got an event handler. You clicked on my button. That's got a name as well as text. Okay, well, we've added a button somehow. Let's have a look. In Form 1, we've used the Form 1 load event, which, as you can see, handles load for any control. And inside it, I've declared a variable called endButton, which is a new button, and a button is the type of control. I've used this construct with endWith, which just saves typing the name of the variable in front of the dot notation, which uses the properties of the particular control. So in this case, endButton.name is what this reads as endButton.text, endButton.location. And I've gone through and I've set the various things. So here we've got my button, we've got the text that we saw on it, dynamic button, and the location, so we've said where it is. Then, I suppose the trickiest bit, we've used add handler, which takes the particular event that we're looking for, which is the click on the button, and then the address of the function which we want to call. Me points to this form, so, or rather this class. So me is this class here, and test handler is this subroutine that we've got down here. And all the subroutine does is show the message box. Normally, with event handlers, you have sender as object, but when it's an object, you can't identify the specific properties because at compile time, the IDE and the language doesn't know what properties an object might have. So I've said it's a control here because I know that we're always going to be calling it from control, and that allows us to use the IntelliSense and to get this .name property. So just to run through that again, we'll show it. It comes up with a button straight away because we've done it in the load. Click on it and we get the event happen. Now, normally there's not much point in adding a single button, so for interest's sake, let's have a go at creating 10 buttons. Hold on, let's dim I as integer for I equals 1 to 10. And we're going to go down and stick a next at the end of that. There we go. So now we're going to create 10 buttons. If I run that at the moment, that's going to create 10 buttons all in the same place and all with the same name, and that would be a bit confusing. So I'm going to stick on the end of here and C*I, so they all have different names. Similarly here, because that might be a bit long for the button, I'll just shorten that. And in here I'm going to make them so that they are spread out. In fact, let's get that the right round, put that on the Y, so they should be one underneath another. And the way this is working, this should add 10 buttons if I've done it right. It's the first time I've tried this in this version, all with the same on-click handler. So when we run that, oh, there we go, we get 10 buttons. That one works, that one works, you'll see it's in my button 2. That one works all the way down to number 10. Obviously I could have spread them out better. It's not often that you need to do that sort of thing, but it's a useful technique to be able to use sometimes, and you can use it not only for controls on a form, but you can dynamically create many forms if you want to. So that's something to have a think about and to play with. You might find it useful in coursework. Depends on what we set as the coursework, really. Have some fun with it.